In August 2018, a Colorado father shocked the world by murdering his pregnant wife and two young daughters. Chris Watts, seemingly an ordinary family man, became the subject of international headlines as the horrific details of his crimes unfolded. Christopher Lee Watts was born in Spring Lake, North Carolina, on May 16, 1985. Growing up in a small town, Chris was known to be a quiet and reserved child. He attended Pine Forest High School, where he developed an interest in mechanics and engineering. His early life was marked by a sense of normalcy and simplicity, surrounded by family and friends. He later moved to Frederick, Colorado, where he met Shanann in 2010. Their meeting was serendipitous, and they quickly fell in love. Shanann, who was outgoing and vibrant, brought a new energy into Chris's life. They complemented each other well, with Chris's calm demeanor balancing Shanann's lively personality. They married in 2012 and had two daughters, Bella and Celeste. Their wedding was a beautiful ceremony attended by close family and friends. The couple seemed to have a perfect life, and their daughters brought immense joy to their world. Bella, the elder daughter, was known for her sweet nature, while Celeste was full of energy and curiosity. Outwardly, Chris projected an image of a loving husband and devoted father. He was often seen playing with his daughters and spending quality time with his family. Their social media profiles were filled with happy moments, showcasing a seemingly perfect family life. He worked as an operator for Anadarko Petroleum, while Shanann was a stay-at-home mom. Chris's job in the oil and gas industry was demanding, but he managed to balance work and family life. Shanann, on the other hand, dedicated her time to raising their daughters and managing the household. Social media painted a picture of a happy family, but behind the facade, darkness lurked. Despite the smiles and joyful posts, there were underlying tensions and issues that were not visible to the outside world. The perfect image they projected was far from the reality they were living. The events leading up to the murders began in June 2018, a seemingly ordinary month in a quiet suburban neighborhood. It was during this time that Chris, a seemingly devoted family man, began an affair with a co-worker. The affair was a secret, hidden behind the facade of normalcy in his daily life. Chris started to express dissatisfaction with his marriage, confiding in friends and colleagues about his desire for a fresh start. He felt trapped in his current life and saw the affair as an escape. Meanwhile, Shanann, who was pregnant with their son, Nico, remained blissfully unaware of the affair. She continued to share happy moments on social media, painting a picture of a perfect family life. On August 13, 2018, after returning from a business trip, Shanann and their daughters, Bella and Celeste, mysteriously disappeared. The house, once filled with laughter, now stood eerily silent. Chris initially reported them missing, even giving televised pleas for their safe return. His public appeals were filled with emotion, but something seemed off to those who watched. However, his demeanor and inconsistent statements during interviews quickly raised suspicions among the investigators. The cracks in his story began to show, leading authorities to dig deeper into his actions and motives. A web of lies misleading the public and police. Chris Watts' public appeals for help seemed insincere to many. His body language, captured on police body cams, revealed nervousness and avoidance. He claimed Shanann had taken the girls and left, a narrative that quickly unraveled. Investigators discovered inconsistencies in his story and evidence of his infidelity. Under mounting pressure, Chris confessed to killing Shanann, but claimed he did so in a rage after witnessing her harming their daughters. Justice and the weight of evidence. The investigation revealed the full horror of Chris Watts' crimes. It was a case that shocked the nation and left a lasting scar on the community. The meticulous work of the investigators brought to light the chilling details of what had transpired. Chris Watts had strangled his pregnant wife, Shanann, in their home, a place that was supposed to be a sanctuary. He then drove her lifeless body, along with their two young daughters, Bella and Celeste, to a remote oil work site under the cover of darkness. The drive itself was a grim prelude to the horrors that would follow. At the oil work site, a place of industrial desolation, he suffocated Bella and Celeste, ending their innocent lives in the most heart-wrenching manner. He then disposed of their small bodies in separate oil tanks, a calculated move to hide his heinous acts. The cold mechanical environment of the refinery stood in stark contrast to the warmth and love that should have surrounded his daughters. Nearby, he buried Shanann in a shallow grave, a final act of disrespect to the woman who had loved and trusted him. The disturbed earth was a silent witness to the brutality of his actions, a grim reminder of the fragility of life. Despite his attempts to mislead authorities with a facade of innocence and fabricated stories, the evidence against him was overwhelming. The investigators pieced together the puzzle with relentless determination, uncovering the truth that Chris Watts had tried so desperately to bury. Faced with the mountain of evidence and the prospect of the death penalty, Chris Watts eventually pleaded guilty to all charges. His sentencing was a moment of justice as he received 5 life terms without the possibility of parole. The courtroom echoed with the weight of his crimes, and the closing of the prison cell marked the end of his freedom. The Watts case serves as a haunting reminder that evil can hide behind the most perfect smiles. The facade of a happy family can sometimes conceal the darkest of secrets, and the most sinister intentions can lurk behind a seemingly normal exterior. Subscribe for more true crime stories from Blood Trail AI. Stay informed and vigilant as we delve into the depths of human nature and the pursuit of justice.